Good morning. Very warm welcome to what have I just read with Michael, with Malcolm,
and with a jingle.
Excellent.
So great. So more is Isaiah.
Isaiah, this is a lovely.
It's a lovely one. And it's this listen. He says, "Listen to me" 3 times, doesn't he? Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me.
Oh yes.
I noticed that. Listen to me, my people.
I get the impression he wants us to listen to him.
Yeah, exactly. I got that thought. It's like someone perhaps isn't listening. Yeah, it's really interesting.
And it's first of all, again, that big word comfort comes out. I'm going to comfort you. He says, you look to the past, Abraham, there was just one of Abraham, and now look at you all.
Yes, does that imply we're all basically descendants from Abraham?
Well, what he's saying is, I blessed Abraham with the descendants. I promised him descendants, and here you are.
And here we all are.
So, it's a picture of, and the Lord will comfort Zion. He'll make her wilderness like Eden, her desert like the garden of the Lord, because, again, remember, she's in exile. Her people are in exile.
Right.
And then comes a fascinating, because elsewhere in Isaiah we've had those passages where it talks about the nations coming and licking the dust off the boots of your feet.
Yes.
Here we have a very different picture of how how God's salvation will come to the nations.
Right.
To all the nations as well. So, and my salvation has gone out, and my arms, I will bring my deliverance swiftly. Yeah. Listen to me, my people, give heed to me, my nation, for a teaching will go out from me. My justice for a light to the peoples. I'll bring near my deliverance swiftly. My arms will rule the peoples. The coastlands
wait for me.
Wait for me. When you're in the United Kingdom, that's a very good passage for you. Yeah.
Right.
The coastlands wait for me, and for my arm they hope. It's sort of, and then it's sort of a call to people who wait for God wherever they are.
Right. So. It's interesting, this idea of he will comfort all her waste places and will make her wilderness like Eden. Is there an idea, I mean, you said he's talking because they're currently in exile, right, at the moment. But is there also a sense that we all humanity in a way is in exile from Eden until we find a time when we sort of invite God back into our lives?
I'm sure that is
a valid. This is a bigger,
absolutely, yeah,
a bigger sort of idea there as well.
Yeah,
it's interesting. And then Thessalonians,
which
it's another letter.
Yeah, so he wrote 2 letters.
Right. Oh, okay. So it's the letter 1 and 2 Thessalonians, letter 2 makes sense. But it's interesting because it sounds like these people, this church is sort of something very amazing about them, that they're very sort of special, they're very holy, they're very sort of loving of God.
But also they are experiencing a lot of suffering.
Trouble. Right.
Trouble. Therefore we ourselves boast of you among the churches of God for your steadfastness and faith during all your persecutions and the afflictions that you are enduring.
Right.
Which is why I think then Paul goes on and talks quite heavily about the coming of God.
Right.
So, and it is quite, there's coming as mighty angels in flaming fire, inflicting vengeance on those who do not know God. Because for people who are suffering, maybe you've seen your children killed, taken away, maybe, there is this
terrible thing.
You're calling and crying out for justice, and he's saying there will be justice.
And the early church, there was a lot of persecution, wasn't there, of the early Christians?
Yeah.
It was particularly horrid. But it's interesting because he says, because your faith is growing abundantly in the love of every one of you for one another is increasing. It does feel like there's something almost exceptional about this church, is there? Something, exceptional faith, exceptional suffering.
And if we remember with sort of 1 Thessalonians, it's a lot of it is more and more.
Right.
You're doing great.
Keep doing it.
Keep doing it more and more. And here.
And it's an example to all the other churches that are sort of, I guess, beginning this time.
And here again at the end to this, we always pray for you, asking how God will make you worthy of his call and will fulfill by his power every good resolve and work of faith.
Right.
So that Jesus is glorified in you and you in him. So, which is lovely.
Yeah. I love these letters. They're so sort of real, aren't they? They feel very sort of human in a way. You always feel like it could be something you sat down and received from a friend. Amazing.
Yeah.
Great
Lovely.
stuff.
Thank you ever so
Great.
much.
Have a
Thank
great
you.
day. Have a great Wednesday. And stay
Thank you.
safe on all that snow.
I
It's
know.
very beautiful, actually.
Yeah. Build an igloo.
That's a good idea, actually. Oh, yes. Off
Bye-bye.
we-
That's it.
Turn it off. There we go.